Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, the Unpopular Thoughts channel. I'm unpopular and I'm just here to share my thoughts with you guys really quickly. I want to start off by talking about the viral video. I'm sure most of you guys have seen the video where the children are at school or in the immediate vicinity of the school, and they are jumping on a parent and her children. Okay, I want to start off by sending a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of healing to that mother and her children that had that very horrendous, disgusting attack inflicted on her and her children, unwarranted in every way that I could see from watching that video. So I want to start off by saying that, and I'm so grateful. I salute the Nubian community for standing behind this mother and her children and in support, in love, in unity with her. Now, with that being said, I want to bring to light how we are being dismissive in the same token. We are being divisive in our own home, right? We are being divisive in our own community, because at the end of the day, and what I'm about to say, I need people to understand, I am not justifying these children's behavior, okay? I am not trying to excuse it. I am not trying to overcast the victims, okay? Nor overshadow the victims, nor am I trying to downplay what happened to this mother and her children. That's not it at all. But I need everybody to understand that is definitely those that are part of the Nubian community. Those are our children. Right, wrong, good, bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and everything in between. Those are our children. They are products of our community, right? They are products of our upbringing and rearing, because I hear everybody talking about the village. So those children still belong to us. And I heard a lot of parents, a lot of adults saying that those children should be thrown away. As well did I hear a lot of a lot of adults say, you know, they need to be shown grace and mercy too. But I'm really talking to the ones that said that those children need, you know, to be thrown away. They need to be beat up by the community. They need to be put in jail for 15 years and all of this that just really, you know, isn't warranted, I don't think. Now, I'm not lost on the fact that those children could have really hurt this mother and her children physically. We could have had a very tragic ending. I'm not lost on that. But I am still grateful that we didn't have any loss on either side, okay? Now, with that being said, those children, they need to be judged accordingly. And what I mean by that is, are these children that have prior offenses, right? Have they committed other batteries or you know, any other offense like that? Are these problem children for real? And when I say problem, I'm saying, are these the ones that's always bullying? Are they, you know, have they gone to jail or been arrested or something for other offenses? That's what I mean by that. What type of grades do they have? What are these children doing? Who are these children? Before we as a community rush to pass judgment on our children, because at the end of the day, again, they belong to us. And we cannot be lost on the fact that that is what adolescence is, growing pains. You do dumb shit. You do things that don't make sense, because that definitely did not make any sense. And I also want to call attention to the fact that broken or hurt people, right? As well as heal people. Those were hurt children in that video for whatever reason, okay? Those were hurt children. If you had just to have the audacity to stand and fight this grown woman the way you guys did, and you didn't even fight her because she didn't hit you. You guys literally jumped her. You hurt. It's some dysfunction going on with those children. And just because It's dysfunction going on within those children. That does not warrant us to throw those children away. They belong to us. Because with all this wokeness that we have, we now understand, because the information is there. We understand that this system has been set and put in place to do what? To break the black man. And when I say black man, I'm talking about the man, woman, and child. That is what this system has been put in place for. So don't go acting as if now these children, those children that was committing a very heinous act that need to be punished and disciplined for it, but we can't act like we don't know that this very system was designed to do just what it's doing, break our children. So we are not going to allow the man, so to speak, or the system or the government to use us as tools to destroy our own children. No, we will not. We're going to do any and everything we can to save our children, because our children are our future, right? And so because we know that, and we know that those children come from the same broken place that a lot of us come from, same impoverished neighborhoods, the same broken school systems, the same broken medical systems, the same broken justice system that most of the Nubian community come from. And so if we know that, how could we lack compassion for those children when many of us as adults are standing in the need of forgiveness, are standing in the need of a second chance? Give me a second opportunity. So we can't, we can't send that message to those children, to our youth, period, that we gonna throw you away when you make a mistake, when you mess up. What type of message is that we send it to our children? They supposed to know that we got their back. We gonna punish them when they need to be punished, because those children definitely need to be punished. But do they need to be crucified? Do they need to be exiled from within our community? Do they need to be hung? No, they do not. Those children need our love, our grace, more now than they've ever needed before. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I just need to put that out there, that we need to understand that those children are broken. They come from a broken system, and the system is working just as it was intended to do, to break us. And that's what we saw on that video. Okay, the next topic I want to hit is how I saw so many parents and community members on the video talking about, where is Mayor Brandon Johnson? Where are the resources for our communities? I want to say this. We know, again, with all this information that we have, the government has been playing in our faces, black or Nubian communities' faces, ever since its establishment. And that still rang true right now today. So if we know that, we can't keep looking for the enemy to come and save us. We are our own saviors, right? We have to advocate for ourselves. That is the only way we are going to see a difference. And when I say that, I'm saying that to say, now we'll talk about how, oh, well, we know the other communities, they get theirs. Yes, they do. But the other communities have a different level of unity than we have also. Because we understand that the other communities' dollars stay and circulate throughout their communities for 20 times or better. And supposedly in the black community, our dollar only circulate for 6 hours. So that's darn near, when I go in a store and I purchase something, my money is leaving my community then 6 hours. That's about what that is. Now, I say all of this to say, we have the resources to do what we want to do when we want to do it. When we're ready to go to Neiman Markets, when we're ready to go to Gucci, when we're ready to go to Louis, we can find our ways there. We can do that. And I'm saying that to say, we know that the systems are broken, right? You heard a lot of parents saying these school systems is broken and all. So when are we going to invest in ourselves? When are we going to keep our dollar in our communities? When are we going to do that? Okay? Because we got trillions of dollars of buying power and we rather play victim. Like, victim don't look good on me. Okay, I don't wear it well. So I don't want to know that Oh, well, I get, even if you get a government assistance, you get your check and you can go afford a Gucci belt. But then you're going to cry and talk about the price of milk. I don't know. Something just don't add up to me. I don't like it, okay? And so I'm putting that out there because I really need us as a community to really ponder on what it is we saying. Like, what are we talking about? You crying to your enemy to save you when you actually have the resources to save yourself and won't. But you want your enemy to believe that you really are sincere about being saved. You're really sincere about your education. You're really sincere about your medical. You're really sincere about your housing. You're really sincere about financial institutions. You want the enemy to believe it? He don't. I don't believe it. And I'm a part of the community. I don't believe it. The next thing I want to move on to, because again, I don't want this video long and drug out. Now, a lot of people were quick to judge the parents and you know, the children and everything. I want to say this. I don't know what kind of parents these children come from, because that gets tricky. I've been saying this for as long as I can remember. It is very easy for you to come out a relatively well-rounded household, okay? You come out of a so-called good household and you could still be a bad seed, right? We know that. So I'm not going to rush to judge these parents because I don't know. Now, what I will judge is what you've shown me and told me. Two of the parents did come out. They said they were parents of the children that were, or some of the children that were involved, right? So the first girl, I don't know if this was her mother, if this was her aunt, but we do know that this was a representative of this child because she was in the video with her, with the child. And so this all I want to say about that. In the video, you could hear the child plainly state that I had no business doing, you know, acting the way that she was, or behaving the way she was behaving, okay? She said that. And then she goes on to say something along the lines of, I didn't have no business doing that with those kids or with the other kids, and I got more than all of them or something. It was something along those lines. Now, that was repeated verbiage, okay? She repeated what she had just heard her mamas, her aunties, or whomever saying, okay? Now, what I want to say to the Nubian community is, this is what we need to stop doing. We have a poor scale upon which we measure character, okay? Let me start off by saying that. Now, I think a lot of us are serving our children a great injustice and we are not even aware of it. And I say that because I don't think those parents are intentionally being screwing their kids. I'm gonna say that because I ain't gonna even say you being a bad parent. But here we go. All you heard on that video was, and this is describing character. She's a straight A student. She's a prom queen. You know, she got more than the other children, you know, so dressing wise. All of these superficial, mundane connotes, if you will, to me, okay, if you will, that you attach to character. That's the problem, people. That's the problem. We are now in the energy of wealth worshiping. We are in the energy of, as long as my child go to school and get straight A's, as long as my child go be a lawyer, as long as my child a doctor, as long as my child a nurse, they good. But this is why the world is going to shit, because we left out integrity. We left out morals. We left out pride. We left out dignity, honey. Where did that go? I never once heard one of the mothers say that that's what they instilling in their children. No, you better go to school. You better get straight A's. You better read a book. You better go and be a football player. You better go and be a rapper. No, in my household, you better have some compassion. You better have some integrity. You better have some pride. Not egotistical, very humble, but you better have some pride, baby. Okay? some virtues. That's what's going on in my household. That's first and foremost in my household. Then you better go and get your straight A's. So again, we see life. We have allowed the enemy to put bifocals on us. We are literally looking through the lens of our enemies and seeing what success look like, what they telling us success look like. They are telling us what it looked like to be a good person. And the only thing is, again, fleeting, substanceless titles, accolades. That's what it looked like. Again, people, that's the part of the problem. We've been so stupefied and dumbed down with materialism that's a part of the problem, because I'm sure the problem is not that they weren't wearing Gucci. The problem is not that they had on Pro Wings. The problem is not that one of them had a $350 extension. That none of those are the problem. The problem is we didn't see integrity out there. We didn't see pride out there. We didn't see dignity out there. That's what I didn't see. It wasn't a lack of you being a straight A student. That's not what made you do it or not. It was the lack of you ain't have that much pride. You don't have too much integrity. It was a lack of dignity. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up off of here. We are depleted. We are deficient of accountability. We need some hydration, people. Okay, I'm going to get up off of here. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Hey, y'all can, converse with me. Leave y'all opinions. Okay, y'all thoughts, because no matter if it's popular or unpopular, we want to hear from you. Okay, so I'm gonna get up off here now. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.